SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I think there's a lot going on behind closed doors currently at AT&T, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. Be on the lookout for moves from AT&T within the next few months. I think something is coming. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad for the consumer, but I do think change is on deck. And today I'll explain why I believe that to be the case. All right, the placeholder for this article is going to be linked in the description. It's not really all that important, but I'll put it in there for you just so you guys can kind of have something to maybe think about and consider. So the article will be linked there. Also in the description is the real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. Appreciate the content on the channel, the live streams, the podcast, the commentary videos, the speed testing, the reviews. Show some love and buy us a coffee. Link in the description. Also, right now, I'd like to turn your attention to an opportunity for you to save some money. Our wireless partner, MintMobile, has extended the deflation promotion to the public. And now what you can do is you can get a great deal in wireless. You could take advantage of any of their plans, and it's $15 a month. Even the $30 unlimited plan, let's cut that in half by 50%, and you could score that deal through the deflation promo, $15 a month. Any plan, you take that pick. Get the legendary customer care, get the great value. Use our partner link, mintmobile.com/Sneed. Link in the description. Okay, so here is where I'm going with today's video. T-Mobile revamped their plans. Right, they rebranded the Go 5G and the Go 5G Plus options. And what they did was they essentially raised pricing. They did add some additional value. And as of right now, their plans, the Go 5G and Go 5G Plus, I should specifically say the Go 5G Plus, does offer the best package in terms of an all-inclusive wireless plan that brings together a lot of goodies, a lot of perks and benefits to having the T-Mobile service. Along with those things, you know, the traditional T-Mobile way with things like Netflix on us, tax and fees included, those fundamental elements of these plans is what brings the value for T-Mobile. So for the most part, they found a way to try to squeeze a little bit more money out of their customers. They're still growing. The expectation is that Q2 is going to be good for T-Mobile, so all seems well there. Now, along the way, Verizon also changed their plans. They went the other way. They eliminated value. They dropped pricing to make them more price competitive for service, and now you're paying for basically all of the add-ons that involve things like entertainment and so on, right? So the value from those plans is very different price point, right? So they kind of moved in a different direction. So now we're in no man's land. Where is AT&T? What are they going to do with their plans? Thinking about the financials, thinking about the economics. T-Mobile wants to become more profitable, but they retained value in order to do so. Verizon went the other way. They eliminated value, right, in order to make their plans a little bit cheaper to maybe attract some consumer, looks. Doesn't really seem to have paid out from what I'm hearing, but we'll see at the Q2 earnings if that's the case. We think T-Mobile is going to have a successful quarter two. We think that Verizon will show no difference in what they typically have for Q2s. So where's AT&T? AT&T, for the most part, has been growing, right? And they've been doing so with very attractive and aggressive promotions. All customers, whether new or existing, get the same deal. Things like trade-ins and getting new iPhones has been very successful for them. So what gives? What's left for AT&T to do? From a business standpoint, they're obviously laying off a lot of people. They're revamping the business. They're trying to streamline. They're trying to find synergies and savings and cost cuts. So what will they do with wireless service, right? I think we're going to see some change from AT&T. I just don't know if it's going to be, early in Q3 or I think late in Q3. But I think a Q3 change to AT&T's plans is on deck. And I think they're working on those details. That's what I think is happening behind closed doors. Is AT&T going to come in like T-Mobile and try to bring more value, in order to garner more growth, or are they going to go the Verizon route and try to focus on, the margins, which appears to be kind of the emphasis. Now, T-Mobile addressed margins, right? They are technically making more money through the new plans. And Verizon says they're going to be making better margins and things like that, and we'll see if they can grow and all of those things. But this is going to be a very important decision by AT&T, as they probably don't want to derail the positive growth and momentum they've had for the last couple of years. They probably should not reduce, their promotions. I think they should maintain those to a certain extent and a certain level, because that's how they got here, right? That's how they've, really taken advantage of their growth, has been through promotions. So they're probably going to have to retain that. So they're obviously going to want to keep the iPhone deals flowing, keep the trade-in deals existing and new, keep that going, but I do think that a change is coming to plans. I just don't know how they're going to go about it. Maybe they should try to possibly simplify their plans, maybe kind of go with, more of like the entry-level plan and then the premium plan. Right now they've got 3, with like the entry plan, the middle, and then the premium. Maybe, consider, the premium option to add a little bit more value, bring something to the table that can bring customers to their company. Because right now, if you think about it, T-Mobile directly attacked AT&T with their new plans, getting customers to switch away, bring your locked phone to us, and, we'll help, remove the shackles from AT&T and their locking and all of that stuff and their 36-month commitments. Maybe AT&T should do something targeting T-Mobile. Maybe it's time to kind of turn the tables. AT&T can do this. The question is do they want to do it? I think they should. I think they should target T-Mobile customers, especially in areas where AT&T has fiber, right? With the bundling, with the savings. I think it's time that they actually target and call out T-Mobile and their shortcomings. Highlight that T-Mobile is the most expensive carrier now. Highlight that the T-Mobile network isn't as good as AT&T's, isn't as reliable as AT&T's. Highlight the promotions that AT&T gives all of its customers and not just the premium customers. These are things I think AT&T should do when they do their new plans. And they should specifically target those plans to somehow show the better value, the better benefits against what T-Mobile offers. Time to take the gloves off, right? AT&T has shown, they've tried to deflect on a lot of angles. We've watched T-Mobile now garner more market share than AT&T across the board. I think it's time for AT&T to get aggressive. And they should leverage both elements of their business, which is wireline and wireless. And they could crush the competition. They have the assets. They have the pedigree. We've seen a couple of good years consecutively from AT&T. Now I think it's time to level up. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.